Good morning. Whether you're here in person or if you're joining us virtually, we are so excited to welcome you to our Community Impact Grant Award Announcement Program. As most of you know, I'm Carol Howard Dietz, and I have the honor and privilege of Mr. Campy. Remember this? That's what we're going to do today. I have the honor and privilege of serving as the CEO for United Way of Martin County, and it is truly an honor. It has been quite a few months since we've all been in person, and it is so wonderful to see your smiling faces, not seeing you on a little screen, and hugging you. I've been fully vaccinated in full disclosure, so I'm safe, and I just welcome you here. COVID has changed a lot for all of us. But one of the things that I was thinking about last night was the people in this room have helped to heal our community, keep our community safe, be there in times of need. Whether people in our community needed their homes to stay in their homes, whether they needed food, utility assistance, or just a friend to lean on. All of you have been there for our community. So let's give ourselves a round of applause for being a part of that. I have to tell you that we can't do the work that we do without the support of our generous donors and people who support our mission. And so I want to say thank you to all of them. I would also like to say thank you to my staff who is in the room running around because, you know, I get to be on stage, but they make all of this happen behind the scenes. So thank you to all of them. Also, Commissioner Campany, thank you for being here this morning. I know there's some others that were going to join us. I'm not sure if they're here, other dignitaries. If you are, please stand up. I can't see you because the lights are bright, but if you are, thank you for being here. You're all dignitaries to me, so thank you. I want to give a shout out to our board members. These are the individuals that serve on the United Way of Martin County Board that allow us to do the work that we love. So for all of you out there, thank you for being a part of that. In addition, I also want to call up Michael Borlaug from Capstone IT. He's a board member, he's a citizens review process volunteer, but he is also today's sponsor of our event. So Michael provided the breakfast and all of the wonderful things that we have here. So Michael, if you'd come up and say a few words.
Thank you. So yes, I'm Michael Borlaug, and I'm a board member and love the process that we do here in the citizen review panel that we get to do. So Carol said, would you kind of come up here and share a few words? So I figured I would take some time to talk about something that we're all in line with, we all agree upon, politics. So let's spend the next hour or so seeing where that takes us, and we'll go from there. And if that goes off the rails, we'll talk about religion or something like that. So, but in all seriousness, we were talking, I was just saying, well, what would you like me to kind of talk about? She goes, well, you're on the board, and talk about that, talk about what we've been through, talk about your why, whatever that may be. And so I'm not sure if she meant to or not to, but the one thing I kind of stuck about is the why. I think a lot of times we think about why we can't go do something, why we don't have time to go and help somebody out, or we don't have the reason for the money to go do something. So there's always reasons why we can't do something, but it's always important that we don't talk enough about the why we do something. So so thank you for the idea. But my why is actually a Tim Brown football jersey. Yes, I'm a Raiders fan. Please don't count that against me, I know, boo. But it's a Tim Brown jersey and what it represented. So I grew up in a small farm town in Elba, New York, where the cows outnumber the people. If you don't believe me, drive through on a summer day, you will smell the reason why there's more cows than people. It's horrible. But it's, we didn't have much when growing up. It was, my dad worked 50, 60 hours a week just to pay the bills, put food on the table, and that was pretty much about it. And before Thanksgiving, he lost his job. And my mom was going back to school to try to do something, so, things got a little hard when you live paycheck to paycheck. And that's what I think about all the time when we're doing what we do. But it was, I remember in the beginning of December, my dad just said, listen, with tears, he was holding it back. He said, Christmas is going to be a a little rough this year. I don't think we're going to be able to really do anything. I remember being okay with it. I was like, I get it. But I remember it was a Saturday, a week before Christmas. Someone drove, our neighbors are like an hour, about a mile away, so there's no neighbors that stop by, but got a knock on the door, heard some murmuring. This older couple came in, just walked right past us, had a couple bags, put some Christmas presents underneath our tree because there wasn't any there at the time, said Merry Christmas and walked out. To this day, I have no idea who they were. And the murmuring that happened, I found out later on, they just said a local organization told us that your kids are going to be struggling this year. And so, no idea what the organization was at all. And I remember getting a gift card. The only store within a 30-mile radius was a JCPenney. But on there says, we heard you like sports, go get something sports related. So I got to go there, and there it was, in all of a Tim Brown jersey that I would never be able to get. My parents would never be able to afford that, but I bought that. And I just remember going home, and I didn't put it on. I just sat there on my bed, just kind of staring at it. And I don't know how long it was, 20 minutes. I just kind of sat there, and I just remember thinking, I want to do that. I have no idea who they are, but I want to do that. And it really impacted me. And so that's why I love this process that we get to do. We get to see all the different organizations and see the numbers, and we can have PowerPoints that show all the impact that we have. But to me, it's the impact of hopefully some 10-year-old boy that got a Christmas present, was even going to get it. It's so small and insignificant. It's not putting food on a table or something like that. It's just sometimes those little tiny things that won't show up on a PowerPoint, won't show up in numbers, that I hope that we get to do. And that's why I love what we do here at the United Way. I don't know where all my dollars go to, but I know it all goes here. And my time goes to all of you. And I love this community. I love that what we're doing, and I hope that this process has a major impact on a lot of people. So to an older couple that I never got to officially meet, I say thank you to the United Way, the staff, and for everything that you do every day. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you sharing your story. I'd like to introduce Angela Alicio from Cleveland Clinic Martin Health, and Marshall Critchfield from FPL, who are our education and health impact sponsors. They just have a couple words for you.
Thank you, Carol. Good morning, everyone. So as you know, the hospital is very passionate about health, and we are very proud at Cleveland Clinic Martin Health to be the health impact sponsor for United Way of Martin County, and for all of the funded programs that are working to alleviate the health disparities for residents here in this county. Thank you. Marshall?
Thank you. I'll be brief. I'm new to the role at FPL, External Affairs, and I still am learning the role, but I'm excited to be here. I grew up in a suburb of New York City called Boca Raton, Florida, and it's great to be back. And as you look around, everybody knows this, as you look around, you see how FPL invests so heavily in the future, and whether that's getting rid of a coal-fired plant in Indiantown last week and leading the way on solar and battery storage. You see their commitment to the future. And when I think of the future, young people and students, they're sort of the original future. And it's great to partner with the United Way of Martin County on this project. And we're grateful for the opportunity, and we look forward to a continued partnership with the United Way of Martin County. Thank you.
I love when our sponsors say that, because you know, Brian, right? You see me going, woohoo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I introduce our next two presenters and guests, I would like to just let you know that during COVID, I would not want to be anywhere else than in Martin County. You know, we've faced local disasters, we faced national crisis, but when it's a global pandemic, this community came together to help each other. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm so proud to be a Martin County resident, so thank you. The next, I'd like to present presenters today. I'd like to introduce two of my bosses. Now, two. Now, remember, I have 24, so if any of you feel bad that you have like one, 24. Thank you very much. One of my bosses, Jean Zwieben, the board chair with Zwieben Law Group, and our fund distribution chair, Jeff Lieberman from Macy's, is coming up to talk right now. Well, you know, part of the whole thing. And yes, I do have a Macy's wardrobe on today, just so in case anyone's wondering where you can get it, Macy's. Thank you. No. Come on up. Thank you. Your choice.
Well, thank you, Carol. This is my second year as board chair of the United Way, and often I'm asked, what exactly does United Way do? And even after 2 years, sometimes it can be difficult to explain everything we do. So I think it's easier if I show you.
Where'd he go? Okay, Carrie. I go this way?
When I think about the summertime, when I think of all the beaches, trying to get there in a dusty car, just as yellow as a peaches, I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind because I'm free. When I think about the world outside, when I think about the ocean, shake it gently 'cause the window's down. What a feeling when it's over. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind because I'm free. But if I stop to think of you and all the things we said, then the clouds start coming out. There's shadows on the bed. It takes time. When I think about the summertime, when I think of all the beaches, trying to get there in the dusty car, just as yellow as a peaches. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind because I'm free.
Gene, where have you been? Everyone's waiting on you.
You can take it from here.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. It is no coincidence that you saw Gene pass that baton to me, because in just a few weeks, Gene will be giving up his reign as United Way Board Chair. It has been my extreme honor and privilege to serve as a United Way board member for a number of years, and I am excited to help lead this organization. Now, I do know I do have some big shoes to fill, and extremely fast, but I'm ready for the task. Well, while we give Gene a minute to go ahead and catch his breath from showing us everything that he's doing, Gene, Jeff, why don't you go ahead and tell us more about the fund distribution process?
Well, as long as it doesn't have to do with any running, I don't do that anymore, but I want to say you look fabulous. You really look
Well,
fabulous.
thank you, Jeff.
So-
You do too.
You know, I've been a board member for the United Way of Martin County for several years, and this is my second year serving as the chair of the fund distribution process. And I am still continually amazed at all the work, thought, and planning that goes behind allocating these community impact grants. Most of you in this room have been affiliated with this process in one way or another. Either you sat on the Citizens Review panel, maybe you were with one of the agencies that presented to the panel, but for the benefit of those of you in the room who do not know, and those of you who are watching this on Facebook who do not know, I would like to briefly explain the process of being the stewards of our donors' money. Grants awarded from United Way's Community Impact Fund are put through a citizens review process, which is a competitive selection process guided by teams of community leaders and volunteers. These volunteers work together with United Way to assess what services will have the greatest impact on our community. Local nonprofit organizations provide proposals for meeting these needs. Citizens Review Panel review grant applications, conduct site visits, which were done virtually this year, and rank each program to aid in funding decisions. Final funding determinations are made by this volunteer-led fund distribution committee and approved by the United Way of Martin County's Board of Directors. Only the best, most needed programs are selected for funding by a group of dedicated volunteers who help guide funding decisions. So I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I have to applaud the Citizens Review Panel. They are just terrific. This year, United Way received over 50 applications for funding. 56 volunteers served as Citizens Review Panel members to review over 40 of the grants, and we thank them all who served in this capacity, which I already did. It's important to note that the community impact grants are only one piece of United Way's investment in our community, and the 42 grants that we are awarding today are the result of thousands of employees, individuals, and corporations who entrust United Way with their precious resources by investing in the Community Impact Fund. Well, I see that Gene has fully recovered from his cross-country run. Please join me in welcoming Gene back to the stage so we can give out some money. Welcome back. Oh, I see you changed. That's wonderful.
Thanks, Jeff. Next time you have to join me on the run. So we're going to announce grant recipients alphabetically by organization name. Once you hear your agency called, please make your way on the stage to pose for a photo with your grant award checks with Kerry Anderson, our incoming board chair. We have a lot of grant awards to get through in the next 45 minutes, so we'll only pause briefly in between each agency. Please line up along the left side here to get your photo taken as we continue to announce grant awards. Once you're called up, you're going to take a photo underneath the balloon arch. Then you're going to see Rachel at the stairs, and she'll give you your grant award. Once you exit the stage, please pick up your program funding ticket, and please plan to stay until the end as we'd like to get a group photo. So let's get to it, Jeff.
All righty, our first grant is for 211 of the Treasure Coast. A grant in the amount of $30,000 is presented for the Crisis and Community Hotline. The 211 helpline provides counseling, crisis intervention, suicide prevention, and comprehensive information and referral services. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to individuals in need of support. Now, I'm being told to pause for 10 seconds, so if you notice, Carol is wearing a lovely Calvin Klein outfit available at Macy's. Those are the benefits of platinum ownership. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's that. 2 grants are awarded to the Alzheimer's Care. The first grant is in the amount of $50,000, is for the Family Nurse Consultant Program. The Family Nurse Consultant Program provides services and resources for families living with Alzheimer's disease to enable them to care for their loved one at home with dignity and safety throughout the disease progression. And the second grant is for $28,000, and it is awarded for the Specialized Day Care Center. Alzheimer's Community Care Specialists, Alzheimer's Care and Service Centers provide therapeutic care for patients, and much-needed respite for family caregivers.
I have a Macy's. It's on.
And yes, another platinum member has just, but you don't have to be a platinum member to get a grant, but it helps. I'm just saying. Okay, next up, we have 2 grants for ARC of Martin County. The first grant is in the amount of $29,925 for Project ABLE. This program provides education, training, and employable skills, including behavioral, communication, computer, and other related vocational skills to persons with disabilities who have no other funding source for services. And the next grant is for $12,500, and it's for the Youth After School Camp. This program provides an after-school camp opportunity for youths ages 3 to 22 years of age with developmental disabilities.
All right, our next grant is for the Boys and Girls Club of Martin County. A grant in the amount of $45,000 is provided for the K-8 academic success. This funding is part of the local match dollars needed for the overall partnership with AmeriCorps, Martin County School District, and the Boys Club to provide mentors for struggling children in our school district. Okay. While I do my 10-second pause, I'll take some lessons from Jeff. So if you trip going down these very dangerous stairs,
I'm glad you mentioned that to me because, you know, I'm of that age and there really should be a safety railing here for me. Oh, thank you.
All right, next we have two grants for the 4 C's for Caring Children, Clothing Children. A grant for $15,000 is provided for the Financial Stability Clothing Program. This program provides at no cost gently used clothing, new underwear and socks, and a voucher toward the cost of new school shoes.
You guys look great.
The next grant is for $10,000 for the Reading on Wheels program, which is a literacy support service provided in elementary schools within the Martin County School District. Our next grant is for Catholic Charities. A grant in the amount of $15,000 is provided for the Children and Family Counseling Program. This program provides master's level counselors, some multilingual for children, adults, couples, and families, seen as individuals or in groups, or on a sliding scale fee. Woohoo! Next, we have a grant for the Children's Emergency Resources. A grant in the amount of $20,000 is awarded for the Children's Medical Program. This program pays for healthcare-related services for children from families at or below the poverty level who have no health insurance and/or are uninsured or underinsured.
Little traffic jam up here.
Yeah. I'll slow down for a second. You have a good joke, Jeff? No jokes?
Go.
Our next grant is for Children's Home Societies, Children for the Wave Crest Shelter. A grant in the amount of $5,000 will provide support for Martin County children based at the Wave Crest Shelter. Next, we have 2 grants for the Council on Aging in Martin County. A grant in the amount of $10,000 is awarded for the Meals on Wheels program. This program prevents hunger through the provision of home-delivered meals to seniors identified as being homebound with limited access to nutritionally sound meals. And the second grant is for $20,592 for the Adult Day Health program. This program provides core services and enables seniors in Martin County to maintain independence by delaying institutional placement and provides respite services to their caregivers' families.
I guess it's my turn. Our next grant is for the Drug Abuse Treatment Association. A grant in the amount of $17,600 is awarded for the Norman C. Hayslip Residential Treatment Center. This program is a substance abuse residential treatment program that is dedicated to serving males 13 through 18 with their addiction. And here they come now. Our next grant is for Dunbar Early Learning Center. A grant in the amount of $7,500 is awarded for the Butterflies VPK program. This program will provide children structured activities and projects to supplement the VPK program and reinforce learning skills to ensure school readiness. Great program. Accepting on behalf of Dunbar is Rachel Tarlisi. Congratulations. Perfect. You look great. Our next grant is for the Epilepsy Florida. A grant in the amount of $6,500 is awarded for the Medical Services and Case Management Program. This program promotes the health of individuals with epilepsy by providing affordable and no cost neurological care. And our next grant is for the Gertrude Walden Child Care Center. A grant in the amount of $68,000 is awarded for the Voluntary Pre-Kindergarten or VPK program. VPK gives children a jump start by preparing them for school and enhancing their pre-reading, pre-math, language, and social skills.
Right, we have 2 grants for helping people succeed. $28,000 is awarded for the Baby Steps program. The program provides individualized home-based and group parenting education, developmental play instruction, behavioral support, infant massage instruction, baby calming techniques, and early brain development education. And they also have a grant for $22,500 for the Community Living Program. The program provides adults with significant disabilities learning experiences in community environments by providing work and volunteer opportunities, educational classes, leisure, recreational, and cultural activities. Our next grant award is for Hibiscus Children's Center. A grant in the amount of $10,000 is provided for their shelter literacy program. This program provides a comprehensive approach to improve academic proficiency for abused and neglected children in Martin County residing at the Hibiscus Children's Shelter in Jensen Beach. Slight pause. All right. Our next grant is for the Hope Sound Early Learning Center. A grant in the amount of $20,000 is awarded for the Increasing School Readiness Program. This program enhances curriculums to ensure our students entering kindergarten are ready to succeed in school and life. The enhanced curriculum also focuses on developing all other aspects of the child's development beyond the academic.
And our next grant is for the Hope Center for Autism. A grant in the amount of $2,450 is awarded for the Surviving Social Situations program. This program provides scholarships and peer support for summer camp students. And our next grant is for the Hope Rural School. A grant in the amount of $22,000 is awarded for the Parent Outreach Program. This program provides parenting classes, garden projects, and children's wellness programs for parents and students in the Indian Town community. Next, we have 3 grants for House of Hope. Our first is a $20,000 grant awarded for the Golden Gate Center for Enrichment. This program provides empowering life skills, training, vocational workshops, and certification, all provided at no cost to the participants. Next, a $35,000 grant is awarded for the Client Choice Pantry Program. Client Choice food pantries in Hope Sound, Stewart, Jensen Beach, and Indiantown provide nutritious options to food insecure residents. And last, a $45,000 grant for Project Hope. This program assists qualified Martin County residents with rent, mortgage, utilities, prescriptions, medical copays, and other household or transportation expenses.
Next up, we have a grant for the Humane Society of the Treasure Coast. A $4,900 grant will be provided for the Pause to Read program. The program combats learning loss and illiteracy by targeting elementary school children who need additional support and practice in reading. Our next grant is for the Life Builders of the Treasure Coast. A grant for $7,500 is awarded for the Building Lives, Protecting the Community program. This program seeks to reduce crime, recidivism, you can say it, and assess low-income individuals who come in contact with the Treasure Coast courts as a consequence of criminal behavior or dependency action. Next, we have the Light of the World Charities. A grant in the amount of $15,000 is awarded for the Little Lights Dentistry program. This provides dental services for children aged 12 months to 18 years, including comprehensive treatment plans, fillings, cleanings, as well as educational and nutritional information for both child and caregivers.
So we call them the little teeth.
All right, next we have a grant for Martin County Healthy Start. A grant in the amount of $32,000 is awarded for the Healthy Start services. This is a collaborative effort of 6 agencies, funders to provide prenatal care and labor delivery management services to Martin County's uninsured pregnant women and their newborns, as well as wraparound services, childbirth education, nutrition, counseling, emergency transportation, etc., to program clients.
Okay, next up is a grant for the Martin County School District. A grant in the amount of $25,000 is awarded for the Getting Ready for Kindergarten program. This program provides summer support to incoming kindergarten students in Indiantown to help ensure students are achieving school readiness. Next up, we have a grant for Mary's Home of the Treasure Coast. A $15,000 grant is awarded for the Work Readiness Program. This program provides pregnant women at the shelter and in the community with education and work experience opportunities through related vocational certification courses, volunteering, and internships needed to secure and maintain employment to enable them to provide for themselves and their baby. And next, we have 3 grants for Project Lift. A grant in the amount of $14,750 is awarded for the Transportation Employment Services Program. Project Lift provides a 14-week intensive outpatient substance abuse program coupled with vocational skills training for young men and women in Martin County. One of the byproducts of Project Lift experience is a restored or a repaired vehicle. Vehicles are then provided to a Martin County resident who is in need. Then our next grant is in the amount of $17,250 for the Substance Abuse Program. The intensive 14-week sessions combine occupational skill development, substance abuse treatment, group and individual mental health therapy, mentoring, and family functional treatment. And then our last grant for Project Lift is for $9,750 for the pre-apprenticeship certification program. This is a pre-apprenticeship certification program in HVAC that allows teens access to a career path with a livable wage. Great program. Okay, Gene.
All right. And a quick public service announcement. The Humane Society has notified us that this weekend there are no adoption fees. So if you want to get a pet, this weekend's the time to go.
Excellent.
Thank you, Humane Society. Next up, we have Safe Space. A grant in the amount of $50,000 is awarded for the Financial Stability Program, which provides comprehensive programming to victims of domestic violence and their children to break the intergenerational cycle of abuse and ensure victim safety while encouraging maximum self-sufficiency. Next, we have 2 grants for the Salvation Army of Martin County. A grant for $14,000 is awarded for the Basic Needs Program. This provides crucial services such as assistance with rent, utility, and prescriptions for families and individuals in crisis that are needed to keep families healthy and in their homes. And they also have a grant in the amount of $25,000 for the Compassion House. This provides shelter, food, clothing, and other necessities to homeless women and women with children while they work to transition to stable housing. And next up, we have a grant for the Suncoast Mental Health in the amount of $15,000 for the Supporting Our Staff and Students Through Mental Health and Wellness, also known as SOS program. This program provides therapeutic services for the under and uninsured in Martin County schools.
Next up, we have 2 grants for Tykes and Teens. A grant in the amount of $20,000 is awarded for the YES program. This provides individual, family, and group services to adolescents to prevent substance use by those at risk for use and to eliminate substance use by adolescents who are already using substances. The YES program has recently added the additional service of individual and group therapy for youth with eating disorders. And we are awarding a grant for $10,000 for the Social and Communicative Competency Program. This program is for 4th grade level and would support the delivery of social cognitive skills, building groups for those with autism, spectrum disorder, as well as those in the general population with social skill deficits. And our last grant this morning is an award for YMCA of Treasure Coast. I'm not going to ask you all to sing the YMCA song. We'll be doing that later. A challenge grant in the amount of $5,000 is awarded for the youth soccer program. This is a soccer program for kids in Indiantown to promote healthy lifestyles and engage students in team sports at the YMCA. Okay, Gene.
All right, so when you combine all the grants we announced today with the amount the United Way distributed in CARES Act funds and COVID-19 relief funds, and the amount invested through donor designations, United Way Foundation funding, internal programs such as Character Counts, Tools for Success, Volunteers United, and United Way Holiday Project, the United Way of Martin County's total investment in the community is, drum roll, we gotta get the balloons. This might take a second, but we'll get it.
Right in the front, yeah. In the front, yeah. You just have to get in the right order.
It's a balloon.
I love it. That's awesome. I love the balloon.
Me too, I think they're great.
We're gonna move you. Where do you think these numbers should be? Maybe the 9 should be at the beginning.
I'm a little,
Just
okay.
get in line. Where would you like to be? Just stand right there, yep.
Okay, Jane,
are
you
they in
can do
order?
it.
Come on, Nance, where are they
They're not in order? Well, if you're not fluent in balloon, this translates to $5,942,018.
Yay!
So we got to mix them up a little here.
Amber, you're after Marshall.
They're a little.
$5,942,018.
Linda, you're after Amber. There
94201. There we go. Wait. Amy, you're over here. There we go. Yeah.
Now we got to get him going the right way.
I love that. I love that.
That's awesome. Is it going the right way?
Sorta.
Best it can.
Yeah, 5, 9, and the 8's at the end.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the rest of the stuff is in the middle.
Twist hers around. Yeah, it's going. Linda, can you twist your 2 around? It looks awesome.
It's awesome.
I like it.
It's awesome.
Anyway, it's amazing.
It is.
Woohoo. Close enough.
There you go.
It's right on ours, so it's got to be wrong. Jane, your 5 is a little twisted. There you go.
Ah, there you go.
Or pull them closer
The
to
9's
you.
coming down.
That's a big number, everyone. Thank you.
All right. So on behalf of the United Way, the Board of Directors, thank you to our program partners, donors, and volunteers. Without this room full of game changers and hand raisers, none of this would be possible. We'd like to ask all programs to stay for a group photo. Thank you and have a great day.